At the same time, we've got AI, of course, and if we try and plug some of these questions into AI, this is just GPT, then I'm not going to read through that stuff because, basically what's coming back from GPT is, oh yes, this is a really difficult question, isn't it? And we need to treat it sensitively, which is no help to anybody, I propose. So when it comes to complex problems, I think we gradually begin to realise that the generative AIs that are now with us, if the problem or the question that we're asking is simple, complicated, then the AI can do a pretty good job of giving us the right answer. There's an accuracy issue in some domains, but if there is a right answer, increasingly likely that the AI will give it to us. As soon as you cross the boundary into a complex problem, then it's a whole different situation. It's very much akin to left brain, right brain inside our heads. The left brain is very much about focus and simple, complicated problems, and our right brain is very much about context and complex problems. And unfortunately, we live in a world which is very left brain dominated these days. So where are we heading as far as AI is concerned? Well, this is another bit of hopefully useful context. If anybody's is a regular subscriber to the Systematic Innovation e-zine, this was the short thought last month, which several people have written to me since and said that's the most useful thing you've put in the e-zine for the last 5 years, which is a little bit depressing. But anyway, it basically says who's going to do what. So you've got humans on the top half of this picture, and you've got AI on the bottom half. And then what I've done left to right is I've taken the Thomas Edison quote about genius or innovation is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. And so the inspiration part, so what is the human going to do? The human is there to ask the right question. I think garbage in, garbage out. If you don't know what the right question to give to the AI is, then you've got very little chance of having a useful outcome from it. The AI systems we've got today are completely built on logic. And so the other job the human has got from the inspiration perspective is breaking that logic. So what I'm increasingly starting to call Sir logic. So a higher level of logic, rules for breaking rules, if you like. The AI, when it comes to inspiration, is there to deliver the right answer. And I've put the word logical in there because, again, if it's built on logic, then don't expect it to do illogical things. You can't build a right hemisphere brain starting with a left hemisphere brain. They are anatomically, physiologically different things. On the right-hand side, the perspiration, who's going to do stuff? And depending on how quickly robots come online, then humans, their job is basically choosing and doing. And increasingly the doing part will disappear, and the job of the human will be to choose. So the AI comes back with options, and the human decides, that one's a better option than that one. That becomes the way of operating, because when it comes to calculation, then no human brain is going to compete with the ability of a computer to run millions of scenarios and measure thousands and thousands of parameters. So the task of humans becomes, I think, ever more about the thinking, and consequently, I think we head more and more into the EQ space, and by definition also into the ethical space. Almost every problem becomes an ethical problem, because it all comes down to the questions that we're asking.